I think it's really good. I've enjoyed seeing these artists being photographed in places of a certain meaning to them, something that I've never actually seen before. So, you know, you always get pictures or portraits of artists and you can never get a depth of what they're about, but here, just by looking at a picture, you can see, you know, actually, well, you get a grasp of what actually certain places mean to them. So, you know, it's been eye-opening.
In many spheres of life, you don't necessarily have women focused, so it was nice to see them included, as well as the males. So it gets a more comprehensive view of the scene, as it were.
See, when I think of going to an art gallery, I don't think of photographs, I think of like a museum, or I think of painted pictures. So I suppose for me, that's probably why I haven't been to an art gallery before, or any kind of exhibition like this. But this has obviously opened up my eyes to the fact that art can be in many different forms, and this is photographs like this. So yeah, maybe I would, because this would be more interesting to me than just any other art gallery or any other exhibition.
Oh, I think it's great. Yeah, lovely collection of photographs.
Why?
Why? Because they're unusual to what I usually see of pop artists.
I like the fact that it's sort of everyday people with everyday backgrounds, with the streets and houses, but then the people seem to sort of shine through with what they're wearing.
And for me, I hadn't realised the range of Asian artists that there are about, and the different types of music that they'll play. So it's been great, yeah, to get something like this. It really expands your appreciation of the type of music that will be played.
I thought it was really good. To be honest, I've never really been into anything with art and stuff like that, but going in here has been a real eye-opener, because I never thought of photography as some sort of art.
It's quite an intimate exhibition in terms of concentrating on single people and their histories and their image. So it's interesting to get under the skin a little bit of each person and find out a little bit more from them.
For something like this to be documented, and it's not just, we're overexposed, say, to Punjabi or Bhangra artists, which is great, which is fantastic, but the artists that I've seen here is such a range of artists that, you know, British Asians aren't just tagged into one, you know, there isn't just one genre. And I think for people, especially if you're in the music industry and you want to get to know that there's different kind of music vibe going out there in the British Asian music scene, this is really important. In fact, I think it's vital for people to come and check this out and see who's out there. And I think this should be expanded further. You should get loads more artists involved.
It's interesting for someone like me who has an interest in Asian Eastern music, but I don't really know enough to say, so it's an education for me too.
What I liked about them was the fact that for every person there was something significant to them as to where they wanted to be photographed and why, and it was a memory for them, and yeah, I just liked it.
I thought with the pictures that I saw, it looked like whoever had taken the photos had some sort of relationship with them, because they looked quite personal, and for them to be taken in places so inspirational and significant to them, it must have meant that there was some close bond or relationship with the photographer and themselves. And it was really, really nice to see that they'd taken the photographer to places where, for example, I don't know who it was, I think it might have been JK, who had taken them to somewhere where he'd first sung Punjabi music before, and a few others that obviously, on like the one by the Soho Road.
Yeah.
They were really good as well.
Quite educational for you then?
Yeah, that's the word, educational.
You get a sense that the artist has actually engaged with the photographer, with the person behind them. And I think to make photos so personal on this level, it's important that that happens, because you often do get, you know, I'm standing in front of a camera and I'm speaking to this, and I'll just pose for this camera, whereas these guys seem like they're pretty relaxed. It seems like they've cracked up a rapport with the photographer to just be themselves and just take them to somewhere so private and personal to them. I mean, even this photo, for example, Japjit Kaur, I know she's quite a private person as an artist herself, and for you to get her to talk about such a place that was has such deep significance to her, you know, a photographer must have had to work hard for that, and I think that shows in the photography.